What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you some Rising Star content today. We also stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sunday mornings, U.S. time, and we do talk about Rising Star in addition to Splinterlands. We do also talk about other Hive games as well as non-Hive games. So come by, say hello. Sometimes we talk about the most random stuff, but it's a fun time. So here I am at the edge of the zone 2. So what is this? The local gig circuit. I am doing the band auditions. The ever so elusive band members are what I'm trying to unlock. And it takes a little while to be here. So if you're not here yet, then this may not be relevant. You can come back to this video when it does. Or if you are here, or if you've passed it, I'd actually love to hear what your experience has been like so far. Now, you know me, I'm a numbers guy, so I like to break things down from a very mathematical or statistical analysis. So when I look at this, there's several things that we need to factor in. So the earnings on band auditions are essentially non-existent. You need to have 1,500 fans, level 75. It takes 4 hours, and in those 4 hours, you earn anywhere from 1 to 113 star bits, which if you've been playing the game, like that's just not, this is not feasible for the amount of time and energy, which is 100% that you're going to put in. You do get some XP, which is nice, and you don't get any ego. So I guess those are two little bonuses. But on the whole, this can be very difficult and a trying period for people. Now, the reason is because you do these missions, you spend all this time, resources, and energy, and you only have a 1 in 5 chance of unlocking a band member slot. Now, as you can see here, there are a total of 4 band member slots that you need to unlock, and that is the only way that you get to the next or the third location, which is going to be the county tour. So the way that I'm quantifying this is from an opportunity cost perspective, right? I could be making X amount of star bits, or I could essentially invest that time into trying to unlock the band member slots. So the way that I do this, and you just saw a little preview, but the way that I do it is taking how many star bits on average I'm earning so far, which is 16,000 per day. And if I take that, divide that by 24 hours, I'm making roughly 666. I'm making the devil's number in terms of star bits. Again, that's not the perfect example, but again, we're just looking at long averages here. So 666 star bits. So now when I look at the overall mechanics of this, it's a 1 in 5 chance, and I need to unlock it in 4 slots. So what I do is I take the 4 slots, divide it by the 20% chance of making it, and that means that I need to run roughly 20 missions in order to get this. Now, the missions, as you can see here, take 240 minutes, which is 4 hours. So if I multiply that by 4 hours, I get a total of 80 hours of commitment. Now, this is not a perfect number. This is just the long-term average. It could be way less than this. It could be way more than this, right? Again, it's essentially a coin flip, but on average, it should take about 80 hours. And I think what I'll do is I'll see how many missions I actually have to run in order for me to finally unlock the 4th and final band member slot. But 80 missions, 80 hours, multiply that by the devil's number, 666, which is the amount of star bits that I am making per hour on average. And there you have it. It is a 53,000 starbit opportunity cost. So what I'm essentially doing is I don't necessarily have to pay this, right? So I don't look at this and say, well, 53,000 starbits, which actually, I just out of curiosity, is $13, right? So I don't have to pay that, but I am therefore essentially giving up my earnings over the next couple of days, weeks, however long it ends up taking in order to go for this. So when I look at that and I say, okay, 53,000 star bits, I'm sure for some people who are just starting out, they're like 53,000, that's insane. Well, 53,000, the way that I look at it, if I'm making 16,000 per day and you take that 53,000, it's going to be roughly 3 point something, right? But 53,000 divided by 6, I'm giving up essentially 3 days of earnings to try and get to the next level. When I look at it through that lens, if I'm playing this game for the long run and I do want to get to higher and higher earnings potentials, I think it's definitely worth it. So, again, it's all an opportunity cost. It can be very frustrating from what I've heard when you don't get it, but I feel like I've set myself up in a good enough spot. I have, plenty of the birthday cakes as well as pizzas. So this is something that I'm going to try and blitz my way through and see how much I can get while giving up some earnings over the next couple of days. Or maybe I just do one mission a day and I let this play out over time. Who knows? I'll do a follow-up video on this once I'm done to tell you what my experience was like, how I approached it, and how maybe I stayed sane through it. But when I look at it through that lens, and again, this number isn't going to be, the same for everybody. I'm just giving you the mathematical formulas to be able to calculate what your opportunity cost will be. So if you know how much you're earning in terms of star bits per day, divide that by 24, and then multiply that by the roughly 80 hours it's going to require on average in order to get, what your opportunity cost is, what you are essentially giving up in terms of earnings to get to the next level. But like I've said in many other Rising Star videos, I'm somewhat going not all in on this game, but I definitely want to achieve as much as I can in it. It's no longer just a farming opportunity for me for other games. I really am trying to get to the higher levels. So I want to see what that looks like. This is something that I'm going to do. I'm obviously actually in my first mission right now. I just started it, which was the inspiration for this video. So that's all I have for you here. Let me know, though, if you have already completed these and what your experience has been like, or if you are currently doing it or planning to do it soon, how you are planning to approach it. But hopefully this provided some value for you guys. I will catch you all in the next video, and I will see you maybe around Rising Star at some point in the future if there's ever any kind of like internal like PvP or something. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Take care.